Josh Allen grew up in California and played college football at Wyoming. Initially doubted for his accuracy, he developed through relentless training and a focus on strength and mobility. Drafted by the Buffalo Bills in 2018, Allen became a Pro Bowl quarterback and one of the most exciting players in the NFL. Allen's best skill is arguably his powerful arm strength, which allows him to make every throw with significant velocity and drive the ball through difficult conditions. He has led the Bills to multiple playoff appearances and set rushing records for a quarterback. A head-turning moment so far in his career was his 2021 playoff duel with Patrick Mahomes, which became an instant classic despite Buffalo losing. Bills fans show the love for Allen for reviving their team and making them contenders again. Rival fans in Kansas City and New England are on high alert as he has become the new face of a threat in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes grew up in Texas and played college football at Texas Tech. Known for his creativity and arm angles, his training focused on mobility and improvisation. Drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017, Mahomes became a superstar almost immediately. He has already won 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVP awards, and is seen as the face of the modern NFL. Chiefs fans love him for his dominance, but every other fan in the league seemed to root against him. AFC fans, especially in Buffalo and Cincinnati, dislike him because their teams keep losing to him in the playoffs. Some fans also feel oversaturation in media coverage has created Mahomes fatigue. There is also the growing idea that NFL referees provide Patrick Mahomes with special protection. The NFL does have stricter rules to protect all quarterbacks, including Mahomes, from dangerous hits. While fans and even some experts may point to controversial calls in Mahomes' favor, statistical data and the player himself are against the accusation of preferential treatment. Nonetheless, it's putting Mahomes in the doghouse. Jalen Hurts grew up in Texas and played college football at Alabama and later Oklahoma. Known for his hard work ethic, leadership, and weight room strength, he became one of the hardest working quarterbacks in the NFL. Drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2020, Hurts had a breakout season in 2022, leading the Eagles to the top seed in the conference and an appearance in Super Bowl 57, earning him Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro honors. 2 years later, he won Super Bowl 59 and was named Super Bowl MVP, solidifying him as a Philly fan favorite. Eagles fans love him for his toughness and leadership, while others in Dallas and New York dislike him because of the Eagles' recent success. Lamar Jackson grew up in Florida and played college football at Louisville, where he won the Heisman Trophy. Known for his speed and agility, his training emphasized running ability and explosive playmaking. Drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in 2018, Jackson won MVP in 2019, becoming the youngest to do so at the time. He set records for rushing yards by a quarterback and turned the Ravens into one of the league's most dangerous teams. He may be loved in Baltimore, but rival fans often criticize him for his playoff record. Teams like Pittsburgh and Cincinnati dislike him because his style of play creates headaches for their defenses. Some fans also doubt his long-term durability, fueling criticism and hate. Sending the love for Jordan Love. Jordan Love grew up in California and played college football at Utah State. He was praised for his arm talent and athletic ability. His training focused on mechanics and consistency. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2020, he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years before becoming the starter in 2023. A similar journey to some of the best quarterbacks in the sport, such as Steve Young and even Tom Brady. Love showed promise early in his starting career and gave Packers fans hope for the future. Green Bay fans love him as the next in their quarterback lineage after Favre and Rodgers. Rival fans, especially in Chicago, dislike him because Green Bay appears to have found another star quarterback to dominate the division for years to come. Caleb Williams grew up in Washington, D.C. and played college football at Oklahoma before transferring to USC, where he won the Heisman Trophy. Known for his improvisation, his training focused on off-script plays and throwing on the run. Drafted number 1 overall in 2024 by the Chicago Bears, he entered the NFL with huge expectations. His flashy style and confidence made him polarizing even before his first pro snap. Some Bears fans love him for giving hope after decades of quarterback struggles. There is a growing hate for Caleb Williams that comes along with the pressure and high expectations of being the #1 overall pick. There are also more and more reports of his diva behavior and fan reactions against his perceived flamboyant personality and self-expression. Other Bears fans seem to have a real hate-on for Williams following the departure of Justin Fields, and living with the narrative that the Chicago Bears organization is historically bad at developing quarterbacks fuels this expectation that any #1 pick like Williams is destined to be a bust. Showing the love to Peyton Manning, who was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, into a football family. He played at the University of Tennessee, where he became one of the best quarterbacks in college history. Manning was known for his film study and game preparation, often described as being like a coach on the field. Drafted #1 overall in 1998 by the Indianapolis Colts, he went on to play 18 seasons in the NFL. He won 2 Super Bowls, was named MVP 5 times, and retired with multiple passing records. Colts fans absolutely adored him for leading them to their first ever Super Bowl win in 2007. This same love was passed to Broncos fans, who also loved him for giving Denver another championship in 2016, right before he retired and ended his storybook career as a champion. Fans of rival teams, like the Patriots, may have a different opinion and often respected him, but rooted against him for being the biggest threat to their dynasty. Haters be hating. Tom Brady grew up in San Mateo, California, where he played both baseball and football before choosing football full-time in high school. He went on to play college football at the University of Michigan. At Michigan, he wasn't the obvious star and had to fight for playing time, which built his reputation as a hardworking, disciplined, and competitive athlete. He trained with an emphasis on precision, mental focus, and long-term conditioning, especially by using strict diet and recovery methods that later became his TB12 system. Brady was drafted in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots, a very low draft position for someone who would later become one of the most successful quarterbacks in history. Over his 23-season career, he became a 7-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time MVP, and the all-time leader in both passing yards and passing touchdowns. His accomplishments made him a legend in New England and Tampa Bay, where he also won a championship with the Buccaneers. In 2001, Brady led the Patriots to their first Super Bowl win, and New England fans embraced him as the underdog who became a champion. But in 2007, the Patriots were caught filming opposing team signals, and the Spygate scandal was born. This black eye on Brady's legacy was followed up in 2015 with another scandal, Deflategate, where the team was accused of using underinflated footballs in the playoffs. Fans not living in the New England area were desperate for anything to take Brady down a peg. Many fans dislike him and view his success with suspicion. Patriots and Buccaneers fans loved him for his winning ways, but fans of teams he defeated often rooted strongly against him. Let's hear the love for Russell Wilson. Russell grew up in Virginia and played at both North Carolina State and Wisconsin, where he broke efficiency records. His work ethic centered on preparation, leadership, and constant training. Drafted by the Seattle Seahawks in 2012, Wilson became the starter as a rookie. He won a Super Bowl in his second year and led the Seahawks to another Super Bowl appearance the next season. He was known for his clutch plays and mobility. Seahawks fans loved him for bringing the city their first championship. Rival fans in San Francisco disliked him because Seattle regularly defeated the 49ers during his prime. His interception at the goal line in Super Bowl 49, however, frustrated even Seattle fans, who saw it as the moment that cost them a second title. More Manning love. Eli Manning, Peyton's younger brother, played at the University of Mississippi, where he became a star. Known for his calm personality, his training emphasized decision-making and resilience. Drafted first overall in 2004, he spent his career with the New York Giants. He won 2 Super Bowls and was named MVP in both, defeating Tom Brady and the Patriots each time, which made him even more loved in the New York area. Giants fans loved him for beating an undefeated Patriots team in 2007, creating one of the biggest upsets in NFL history. But New England fans have had a huge hate-on for young Eli, for costing Brady 2 championships. Matthew Stafford grew up in Texas and played college football at the University of Georgia, where he was known for his strong arm and leadership. His work ethic was built on durability and toughness, often playing through injuries. Drafted number 1 overall in 2009 by the Detroit Lions, Stafford spent over a decade with the team, putting up huge passing numbers, but with limited playoff success. After being traded to the Los Angeles Rams in 2021, he immediately led them to a Super Bowl victory. Rams fans loved him for delivering a championship, but many rival fans disliked him. Lions fans had mixed feelings, some resenting his success after leaving Detroit. Fans in San Francisco and Seattle often root against him because he became the missing piece that helped the Rams dominate, while the 49ers and Seahawks quarterback struggles continue. His Super Bowl win was a celebrated moment in Los Angeles, but disliked by fans who saw it as proof of the Rams buying a title through trades and free agency. Aaron Rodgers grew up in California and played college football at Cal. Known for his mechanics and accuracy, he perfected throwing on the run and deep passing. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2005, Rodgers waited behind Brett Favre before becoming the starter. He won 4 MVP awards, a Super Bowl, and set efficiency records. Packers fans loved him for winning Super Bowl 45. Rival fans in Chicago and Minnesota disliked him because he consistently dominated their defenses. Even late career controversies didn't erase the love from fans who admired his talent and leadership on the field. Michael Vick was born in Newport News, Virginia, and became a star at Virginia Tech for his speed and athletic ability. His training focused on agility and running ability, making him the first true dual-threat superstar quarterback. Drafted first overall by the Atlanta Falcons in 2001, Vick became famous for rushing for over 1,000 yards in a season, a first for a quarterback. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler and one of the most exciting players of his era. Falcons fans loved him for making their team relevant and exciting, but he became one of the most hated players in NFL history when he was convicted for running a dogfighting ring in 2007. He served prison time, and many fans never forgave him. Those fans, however, did not live in Philadelphia. His comeback with the Eagles in 2010 gave some redemption, but his reputation remained divided. Tony Romo was born in California and played college football at Eastern Illinois, where he worked tirelessly to earn attention from NFL scouts. Undrafted in 2003, Romo signed with the Dallas Cowboys and became the starter in 2006. He made 4 Pro Bowls and set numerous franchise records for passing. Cowboys fans loved him for keeping the team competitive. Rival fans often mocked him for playoff struggles, but he became even more loved after retirement for his broadcasting career, where his insight and energy made him one of the most popular analysts in football.